moving to New York City, everyone was like Manolos and Christian Louboutins. The red sole of the Christian Louboutin was like the it shoes when I was in college and then working in women's magazines. I never had either until I got married, and my old boss, shout out Jen Braunschweiger, still a good friend, for our wedding present gave me a pair of Manolos.
Oh my God.
And she was just like, to my ex-husband, she was like, I don't know, these aren't really for you. They're for Virginia. I guess you'll enjoy that she enjoys them.
Yeah.
Which, turned out to be quite, prescient, shall we say.
Because it's hard to be a person with a body these days when bonkers TikTok diets are all the rage. And why are the seats so damn small on the airplane? Because it's hard to be a person with a body these days.
You're listening to Burnt Toast. I'm Virginia Soul-Smith.
And I'm Corinne Fay.
Today, we are talking about a topic you have all been asking for. Are women's shoes a diet? This part of the episode is free for everyone to listen to.
And then stay tuned for our new bonus segment, Indulgence Gospel. This week we're talking about the new Lena Dunham memoir, Famesick, plus our love for girls, the TV show, being a public fat person, chronic illness, etc.
Indulgence Gospel segments are a perk for paid subscribers, so free list, click the link in your episode description or go to burnttoastpodcast.com to join us. I like that you added Girls, the TV show, because in the script I just wrote our love for girls. And I mean, also true, but...
Just wanted to clarify.
Not just all girl identifying people, but also sure. Why not that? All right. We're going to talk about shoes today. This episode is inspired by our previous conversation about my toe spreaders. I'm holding up to the camera.
I can't believe you have them.
For anyone who forgot, these are delightful silicone stretchy things that I wear on my toes to spread them out.
Oh, are you currently wearing them and you just took them off your feet?
I'm holding it up,
okay.
so I'm obviously not wearing it.
Well, I can't see what's happening off screen, I thought you pulled it off your foot and...
Corinne, I'm always toe spreading and you don't even know it.
See? That's what I thought.
I mean, I did toe spread earlier today in a different Zoom, I'm not going to lie. So it's sometimes happening at my desk when I feel like it. Anyway, I'm spreading my toes because I am 45, and when I was in my 20s, I wore very narrow, high-heeled shoes most of the time. And as a result, my feet these days, they need some help. They're not doing so great.
Oh.
So when we ran the toe spreader conversation, a lot of you were like, oh my God, feet, oh my God, shoes, it's a whole thing. Can you please do an Is It a Diet episode? I think we have a lot of growing elder millennial awareness that shoes have done us dirty. What do you think?
I'm very excited to talk about this topic. I feel like I already have a lot of questions.
Okay.
For you.
Where should we start? How should we dive in?
You've kind of alluded to the fact that you're a recovering shoe addict.
I am. I would say I'm in shoe sobriety these days. I think I'm there. I think I'm pretty recovered, but it was a long journey.
All right. Well, I need a little history on your relationship with heels. When did you start wearing them? Did your mom wear them? How did you get into them? Do you still have any of the heels that you no longer wear?
Great questions. Okay. I was really obsessed with shoes from when I was a kid. I definitely wore my mom's heels for dress up. When I was little. I, unlike my own children, had a hardcore princess phase and Barbie phase, so I was pretty into that girly stuff. And then I went to NYU for college. So I was living in New York City in the late 90s, early 2000s, peak Sex and the City era.
Yeah.
And I think that really created a standard and an expectation around women's shoes for me, which you did not do in New York City time. So do you feel like that made it less of a thing for you?
I was kind of curious about this because I grew up in Maine. There's not high heel culture. It's just not, it's not practical.
Not a high heel
You
culture,
can't be walking through the damp, muddy earth in your stilettos.
Okay.
My mom is also just not a heels person. She was a nurse practitioner. She walks a lot, not doing heels.
I feel like your mom was a Dansko clog lady.
She's more of just a sneaker.
Okay.
I did have a princess, phase or girly, that kind of stuff, but it never really involved heels. I tried in college, like I remember getting like a pair of like vintage heels at like Goodwill and wearing them to like a college party, and like the next day the balls of my feet were like numb, and I was just kind of like, F this.
What did I do? Yeah.
I also like have always had really big feet. My dad had huge feet, and I feel like I inherited that. I was like a size 10 in like 4th grade.
Got it.
And like as a shoe size 10, you're basically like on the very edge of being sized out of women's shoes altogether.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. So for much of my youth, I wore a 6.5. I now, post 2 children, wear a 7.5, but I'm still definitely have small shoe privilege, like can wear any brand of shoes. Like, it's so interesting. Like, do you remember the Jennifer Weiner novel, In Her Shoes?
No.
They made it into a movie with Toni Collette and Cameron Diaz.
I never saw it. I never even heard of it.
It's a delightful rom-com. And the premise is Toni Collette plays the, quote, fat sister. I mean, she was like a size 12, but, you know, for the mid-2000s, as fat as Hollywood could stand. And the one thing they share, like, she's like the good, responsible sister, and Cameron Diaz is like the wild child. But like the one thing they share is shoes. And Toni Collette has this like amazing collection of shoes. And there's a speech at the end where she talks about like shoes are the one thing that always fit for her as a fat woman.
Yeah.
It's like a very iconic moment.
Yes.
And it's also a lie.
Yeah.
I do think it's my truth, but it's not every fat woman's truth.
Yeah, I think it varies a lot from person to person.
Right.
I want to know more, though. Like, did you buy, like, Manolos based on Sex and the City? And do you still have them?
Okay. So my experience with designer shoes did start with my mom, who went through a Ferragamo phase.
Okay.
She worked in finance. It was definitely heel culture.
Yeah.
Although later in her career, she transitioned to wearing loafers with her suits, and that felt like a really great choice.
Yeah.
But there was a period where she was doing the heels thing. And we were both very into Ferragamos. She had them. I never had Ferragamos. Ferragamos are like expensive and also not like a 20-something person shoe necessarily. But it definitely like got me interested in Italian designer heels. And then, yes, moving to New York City, everyone was like Manolos and Christian Louboutins. The red sole of the Christian Louboutin was like the it shoes when I was in college and then working in women's magazines. I never had either until I got married, and my old boss, shout out Jen Braunschweiger, still a good friend, for our wedding present gave me a pair of Manolos.
Oh my God.
And she was just like, to my ex-husband, she was like, I don't know, these aren't really for you. They're for Virginia. I guess you'll enjoy that she enjoys them.
Yeah.
Which, you know, turned out to be quite, you know, prescient, shall we say. But so that was my one pair of Manolos I got when I was 28. They were so high. They were so beautiful. Like, they are works of art.
Okay, and by this point, you're living upstate, or are you still in the city?
We had just moved out of the city.
Okay.
Still definitely city identifying.
And so were the Manolos appropriate in Cold Spring?
No. I wore them a handful of times to, like, parties, I think other people's weddings, because it was like, you know, in your 20s, you're going to a zillion weddings.
Yes.
After I had my kids and my feet grew and they didn't fit anymore, I believe I gave them to my little sister, the one size we've always shared a shoe size, and she really cleaned up when I outgrew a lot of my shoes. So I never had the designer heels, but what I spent my 20s in New York City buying as like a super broke magazine assistant and then like freelance journalist were all the cheap knockoffs. Shout out to NYC people who remember 8th Street in the Village. At that point was this street, it was like between 5th and 7th Avenues. 8th Street was nothing but cheap shoe stores. And they were like selling like Steve Madden maybe and like Nine West type of brands, but then like, I don't know, Ms. Moose, like all these like weird, like you would see them on Zappos and DSW now, but like they're definitely like, they were really cheap and you could go and buy like heels for like $20. And I had so many shoes from there. One of my best friends, Catherine, and I can remember us like being, this is like such a classic moment in your 20s where we were like drunk and shoe shopping on 8th Street.
That's
like,
really funny. Yeah.
It's a really great memory. And those shoes were trash. They destroyed my feet. I always had such gross blisters. I was spending a fortune at Duane Reade on like different blister Band-Aids, like ways to like tape your toes into these shoes. Like it was a whole thing. And the really like long tail of it is like I fully hold those shoes responsible for the low back issues I have today. Like I think trying to like exist in uncomfortable shoes was so bad for my back long term. If I could go back to 20-something me, I would be like, could you not? Could you do something else here? But it was like a huge part of my identity. In my last magazine job, I had so many shoes in the office because I would often walk to work in flip-flops and then switch to the uncomfortable shoes because you could only wear them in the office.
Oh my gosh.
Because you could only stand on them like in carpet. So when I left that job, I had to messenger home like 3 boxes of shoes that were all just like under my desk in my
Oh my gosh.
When I was working on the outline, I realized like I used to buy shoes, and to a lesser extent purses was also part of this. The way I now buy plants for my garden.
Oh, fascinating.
Yeah.
I bet a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah. It's a weird chapter of my life because I feel very distant from it now, but I can also tap back into like what a big deal it felt when I moved to the Hudson Valley and those shoes suddenly seemed like completely impractical. They just didn't fit the lifestyle here. And I remember buying my first pair of Birkenstocks and being like, who even am I now? What has happened?
And now you're like a multi-Birkenstock.
Now I own like 8 pairs of Birkenstocks. I just ordered a new pair for the season.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Well, I never had that phase.
I'm sorry. But am I? I don't know. I feel like you're fine.
Yeah, I feel like I'm fine.
Like that moment in Sex and the City where Carrie Bradshaw can't afford her apartment because she bought so many shoes. Like, I never bought those expensive shoes, but I am like, wow, I wasted so much money on shoes that fell apart or ripped up my feet.
That just is your 20s. Like,
yeah,
I'm sure I was doing that with other stuff.
Right. If it's something else.
So I still have my huge big feet. I basically can only wear men's shoes, which honestly, I feel like works for me most of the time, except that I feel like sometimes men's shoes are such like the good colors.
I know.
It's like women's shoes have like 10 colors and men's are like black, brown, and green. Maybe. Even like Sambas I was looking at, like a lot of Sambas, the sizing is basically just like from whatever the smallest women's to whatever the biggest men's. But some are only women's. Like only go up to like, I think they go up to a women's 12. So I'm like, they might fit, but those sizes are always sold out.
Of course. They're making like 2 of them. It's just the plus size clothing all over again.
And like men's shoes are wider. So those also work for me. Whereas women's, even if they have like a 12, they're often like too narrow.
Yeah, the narrowness is something I want to talk about because I think that is something I've noticed as I've gotten older. I don't have wide feet, but they've definitely like gotten a little wider from when I was younger. That's a very common thing to happen in pregnancy. And now brands like Nisolo, a lot of brands I noticed like, oh, you were really cutting these shoes very narrow. And most human feet, if I don't have wide feet and they feel narrow on me, they obviously don't work for like the vast majority of the population.
Yeah.
They are not designed to match like human foot width. So is it a diet? Like, yeah, they literally are trying to slim our feet.
Yeah. You're talking about the movie where they're like, the shoes are the only thing that work for the fat woman. That's definitely true for some people, but also if you have more fat on your body, you have more fat on your feet. And if you weigh more, your feet can spread out. Your feet spread as you age, and if you gain weight, they can also spread and get longer.
Spread in pregnancy. Yeah, so that's going to happen for any reason. Yeah.
So it is fatphobic to be making very small shoes.
It's both reinforcing a fatphobic beauty standard about what feet should look like, and also being exclusive about who can access shoes, period. And shoes are not like an optional thing. Like we do all need shoes.
Yeah. Running Sell Trade Plus and encountering so much like secondhand stuff, people were always looking for like wide shoes. And then sometimes a shoe brand would like start up and advertise themselves as making wide shoes and people get excited. And then like they still aren't wide enough for some people, or they're wide, but they don't go high enough. It's just really tough.
Yeah. To go back to the high heels of it all, that entire design of high heels is meant to like make women's legs look longer and thinner. It's very much rooted in patriarchal beauty standards. When you wear heels, your proportions of your whole body change.
Yeah.
And that's like by design.
Yeah, I think also it's related to like class stuff where it's like if you're wearing heels, you don't have a job where you have to be like walking.
Totally.
You're getting transported in like a horse and buggy or whatever.
Or a town car, which is how like
Yeah.
in magazines we got around town. Yeah, we were not wearing those heels on the subway. We were like expensing town cars to take us places in our shoes. I mean, I think the peak of that is the Met Gala, where every year we watch these celebrities, these women like literally unable to move their own bodies up a flight of stairs between the heels and the dresses being so constricting. Like they are like carried up by a team of people. They're just like living dolls, basically.
Did you see there was someone this year who went barefoot? Who was it?
Who did that?
Oh, Doechii, I think.
Nice.
But I feel like people were like, you're just out here barefoot? But it does seem more comfortable.
I can walk. The rest of them can't. The only person I saw who could walk up the stairs by herself was Sabrina Carpenter, and she was wearing huge heels. Yeah. But I was like, it kind of proves the point because pop stars have to learn how to like move on those heels for their shows.
I was going to say she has a lot of practice.
Right. Like it's literally like part of their sport. Like they are athletes. Yeah. They can wear those shoes because they have like trained in them for like hundreds and hundreds of hours. Yeah. And then every other celebrity who doesn't do like, you know, a 3-hour show every night of the week or whatever, like they literally can't walk in them.
She's also really small, so I feel like she probably just never takes them off.
Right. Because she's like adding those 4 inches of height at all times. Yeah. Which is nuts. I mean, another thing I think is a real scam about women's shoes is there's a myth that the more you spend, the more comfortable they'll be. This was a big part of the like Manolo Christian Louboutin thing that like if you invested in well-made heels, they were actually walkable and comfortable. And I don't think that's true. And women really perpetuate this myth to each other. And I have 100% been guilty of this when I was like in my shoe cult days. Like, oh no, these are so much different. Like there's no break-in time. The leather's so soft. And it's like, I'm just ignoring the fact that like actually like the balls of my feet are numb. I don't feel my pinky toe anymore. My back hurts constantly. Like it was like lies we would tell each other about how comfortable these shoes were. They aren't. They just aren't. If you start wearing comfortable shoes, you're like, they just absolutely aren't. And I see it still with like the marketing around even like a brand like Rothy's. I think ballet slippers are a big part of this. Like they're supposed to be more comfortable. They are still narrowing and like pointing your feet in ways that are not, like maybe they don't have the heel part, but they're still not as comfortable as like Birkenstocks or sneakers.
I was home at my parents' house with my sister, and her feet are slightly smaller than me. And she had like this pair of like hiking boots that were like too big for her or something. And I tried them on and I was just like, oh, like I didn't know shoes could be this comfortable. I feel like I was like a comfortable shoes wearer, but I was probably wearing like Blundstones and these were like Merrells or something. And I was just like, whoa. Like I didn't know my foot could be like cushioned like that.
That's really how I felt when I started wearing Birkenstocks. Like I said, I really struggled with it as an identity thing. It helped that when I started wearing Birkenstocks was around the time that like fashion magazine editors started wearing them to the shows. There was that whole thing. I think there was like a subtle rebellion around like needing to be able to walk in our shoes, but I don't feel like it led to lasting change in the industry. Let's put it that way.
I actually don't find Birkenstocks that comfortable for walking.
Interesting.
Controversial opinion.
I can't wear the Arizona style, the 2-strap, because my feet are not wide enough.
Wait, what ones do you wear then?
I wear the Gizas. The Giza Big Buckle Birkenstock is my crack. That's the shoe I buy another pair of every year in the million colors.
I've had Arizonas, and I sort of feel like whatever, like any sandal to me is not going to be like that comfortable for walking unless it has like a back strap. But the clogs, I'm like, I constantly want to put them on because you just slide into them. Like they're so easy. But then I have to walk it all. I'm like, why the fuck am I wearing these?
Yeah, I only wear the Boston clogs as house shoes. Like at the furry ones and wear them as slippers. I definitely don't wear them out in the world. I agree. I don't think they stay on your foot enough for that. What do I wear in the winter? Because now that it's like sandal season, I've forgotten. I guess I've been living in like Adidas or my Veja sneakers.
Yeah.
Neither of which are as comfortable as Birkenstocks. I'm definitely still succumbing to some like cute shoe culture there. But they are a big step up from how I used to deal with shoes. So, growth.
Yeah.
Points for growth.
I find Adidas really comfortable. I feel like they could be wider, but like I'm very happy to like walk around in those for a while.
I find the Adidas more comfortable than the Vejas. And especially the platform Adidas are super cushy. Big breakthrough moment for me this year.
I've also been noticing a lot of millennials and even younger people, I will say. Like, I feel like the barefoot minimal shoe thing has become really popular where it's like the shoes are like a different shape. Like they're like wedge shaped.
Right, they're shaped like
or
your
like
foot.
wide toe box. Yeah.
Right, like a human foot. I am struggling, I admit. My inner New York City girl. I guess I'm not as shoe sober as I thought.
Give it another 5 years.
I mean, I may have to, right? And for sure, like the toe spreaders and the foot stretches I've been doing, I learned from Petra Fisher, who's like a mobility and aging movement influencer. And she is all about the barefoot shoe trend. And big evangelizer for that. And respect.
I think the easiest to translate style is like a colorful shoe. I've seen some like barefoot, just kind of like flat sneakers that look pretty cute.
Yeah, I should look into it more. I should experiment. I'm tempted by the new Mary Jane trend, even though I'm looking at the Mary Janes and I'm like, look how narrow they are. Look how there's no arch support. Like, what this is going to be. But I'm seeing all the Brooklyn girlies and the Mary Janes being like, oh, they're so comfortable. I can walk miles in them. And I'm like, you're lying to me. Stop lying.
Well, I actually think Mary Janes are more comfortable than belly flats because they have the strap.
I agree. But they're still not actually comfortable shoes. Like, if we're being radically honest.
I've had Mary Janes that I did find comfortable, but...
Which ones?
I had some, like, when I was in college that were, like, I don't know what... they were probably, like, Merrill or, like, Keen or something that were, like...
Okay, but those are not cute shoe brands.
I thought they were cute. And there's also, like, there's Mary Jane Doc Martens. Also, a lot of people right now are wearing the Adidas Mary Janes.
Okay, I'm curious to try the Adidas Mary Janes. Doc Martens, I will say...
I feel like you won't like the style of the Adidas Mary Janes.
I don't think I will. And Doc Martens, I'm here to say, are not comfortable if you're over 40. I'm sorry. I tried to wear them. For my book tour, I ordered Doc Martens. I was like, what is this? What did I do? How did I survive these in high school? They're so
really
stiff.
Funny. They're really heavy, yeah.
They're so, like, you can't... I was like, I don't think I know how to walk in these.
Yeah. Charlotte Stone has some that I feel like are cute and maybe could be comfortable.
But Charlotte Stone, they were one of my, how would we put it, like harm reduction brands? I would say they're a harm reduction brand.
Oh, interesting. Like they're more cute and more comfortable, but not all the way there?
Right. Like they're certainly better than wearing heels, but like they are, I mean, look at some of their clogs. Like they are not designed.
Well, clogs are a whole other thing, but these aren't clogs. These are just flat shoes.
Oh, goddamn. These are so cute. Oh, the Mabel. I like that we're doing an episode about the diet culture of shoes that's going to result in me impulse buying.
Okay, well,
pair of shoes.
Okay, let's close some tabs here. But
maybe we just like leave the tab open, but like move back over to the outline window. Just but like I'm just gonna leave it there for later, just to see.
Someone that I follow on Substack, Silly Cats, just did like a Can Barefoot Shoes Be Stylish post, and I thought there were some good suggestions in there. Okay,
the ones where they show toes are not stylish.
Like the 10-toe one. Those are actually very popular among like Gen Z fashion people now, I have to tell you.
I'm sorry, they're wrong.
Okay, but like those leopard print sneakers, those are cute.
Those are barefoot ones?
Yes.
Those are cute.
They've reached like a tipping point where like there are some cute ones now.
It has come a long way, I will say that. I don't think we're all the way there, but it has come a long way. I am now more barefoot shoe curious. The leopard print sneakers are pretty cute. And the huaraches.
Huaraches, yep.
I think what's annoying about it is there's a lot of mental load around shoes. Like you have to do so much research And they're really hard to shop for, especially in this like world of online only shopping. Like you're pretty much guaranteed to have to order more than you need and return them. And shoes are big, like they're bulky to return.
I was thinking, I feel like the research doesn't even really help because it's so dependent on like your personal.
Yeah. Feet are very idiosyncratic. I think that's part of why the myth of like their comfortable heels exist is so pervasive. I think people legitimately have different needs from their feet. Like some people do find heels more comfortable. I think it has to do like with like if your calf muscles are really tight or your Achilles tendon is short. There is like a certain anatomical reasons that some people can tolerate heels better than others, which may not be the same as them being like healthy for their foot health, but like they can tolerate them. And then there's also the kind of nebulous factor of like how much have you convinced yourself it's comfortable? How much are you buying into something? You know, like it's very hard to say. And then, of course, people have so many like different specific issues. Like, do you have bunions? Do you have flat arches? Like all those kinds of things.
Yeah. I think going to REI and like trying on the shoes is really helpful.
It's never occurred to me to buy shoes at REI. I clearly still have some work to do. I rescind saying I'm shoe sober.
Like, where do you buy like sneakers? You do not have like sneakers?
I have the Adidas.
No, like exercise sneakers, like Hokas or like.
I don't have Hokas. I have
shoes.
A pair of New Balance I wear to the gym.
Okay.
But I've actually been wondering about what's the best shoe for weightlifting because I don't think it's them. I feel like
it's like a flat barefoot shoe.
Fuck, you're right.
Your Adidas would be fine, probably.
Huh.
The non-platform ones. A lot of people wear like Converse.
Because I feel like I've been taking them off. I've been like working out of my socks at the gym. Because at home I always do it barefoot.
Yeah.
But I wear the New Balance for like walking the dog, that kind of thing.
Well,
but I just order online and hope for the best.
The advantage of REI is that you can try them on. I just think trying on shoes is helpful.
I just assumed REI only sold hiking boots, which I will never purchase.
They also sell sneakers and other stuff.
This has been very enlightening to me. Thank you. It's good information.
Like, do you know my Keen shoes that are like white and have red laces?
Yeah.
I tried those on at REI first.
Huh. Who knew?
Because I was like, I like how these look. Will I like how they feel?
Okay. Yeah, that's a good tip.
Yeah.
Shopping in person.
Shopping in person.
Breaking burnt toast tip here. Try your shoes on before you buy them.
So helpful. Yeah.
It's really funny. Well, I'm curious to hear what burnt toasties think about all this because I do feel like, not to be like painting with too broad a brush, but I feel like you were either a shoe girly or you were adamantly not a shoe girly. Amy, my best friend, who was also a magazine editor, you know, lived in New York City, same culture as me. She was very like not buying it. She was like, these shoes are not comfortable. I cannot walk in those. I'm going to trip and fall. I'm not going to do it. And I would like try to like shame her into being more of a shoe person.
What did she wear instead?
I can't remember. But I remember she owned Tevas at a time when I felt that was very unacceptable. Like before Tevas got cute.
Yeah.
Amy, I'm not saying you wear Tevas in New York City. Amy's going to be texting me when this episode runs like, why didn't you just have me on to speak my own shoe truth?
That's funny.
She was mad she wasn't in our dinner conversation a few weeks ago.
That would have been so fun.
I know. Amy, we'll have you in soon.
Wait, also, is Amy really tall?
No, we're about the same height.
Okay. Wow, I always assumed Amy was like 6 feet tall for some reason.
People always think you and I are tall too. Why do we think people we only know on the internet are tall?
I have a tall personality.
That's not wrong. That's not wrong.
I think I'm really tall. I like think I'm taller than everyone, and then I'm like just 5'6". People are like, we're the same height, and I'm like, I'm 3 inches taller than you.
You are like half an inch taller than me, I think.
I think we're exactly the same height.
I don't think I'm 5'6". I think I'm 5'5.5" or something.
I'm probably also that, but don't try to tell my ego.
It's wildly rounding up. I'm
5'7".
But mentally, she's like 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is another layer to this, though, that is worth mentioning. Tall women often feel like they can't wear heels because there's all this, like, you can't be taller than men bullshit.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild, actually, that that gets perpetuated.
This is really just adding on now. But I do feel like there's, like, sometimes when you have big feet, like, the shoes just don't quite look right.
Well, this is another thing, though. They
kind of look like clown shoes.
But is that true, or is that diet culture conditioning?
I think it's true because it's like size grading for plus sizes. Like, they don't scale it up. They just make the toe longer. And you're like,
I see.
what?
So it distorts.
Yeah, that's what I think, but...
Well, I'm sure the fit model for shoes is a size 7. I'm sure of it. Or a size 6. Actually, I know to be a shoe model, I think you have to be a size 6. Because I remember when I was broke in college trying to figure out if, not to be like a model, but like where they would just take a picture of your feet and shoes. I mean, is it any shock I ended up on WikiFeet, guys? I was always destined to be there.
Oh my God.
But I was a 6.5 at the time, and that was not going to fly. So
wow.
That just goes to show you. Well, I'm excited to hear what folks think about all this. I want to hear your shoe horror stories. I want to hear about the shoes that got away. If there are brands that you are loving that are genuinely comfortable, not gaslighting yourself comfortable, like really sit with that before you give us a brand recommendation. But if you think there are some and they are cute and comfortable, we want to know about it. Okay, should we do better?
Yeah, what's your better?
You want to go first?
Yes. Okay. I'm kind of curious what you'll think about this one because, it's a little like out on a limb for you, maybe. I received an advanced copy of this tarot book and deck, and it's by this person, Lindsay Mack, who has been on Big Undies, did a style questionnaire.
Nice.
And I'll show it to you. It's called Tarot for the Wild Soul and Soul Tarot. And I'm just like obsessed with it. I'm really into tarot.
I do know that about you.
Do you have feelings about it or have you ever tried it?
I feel about tarot like I feel about astrology, which is, I understand it's a thing people love and I don't understand what's happening.
I'm kind of like, maybe we should have a tarot episode and we should have like Lindsay or someone on.
To read my tarot?
Or to talk about tarot with us.
Oh, okay.
I would be excited about that topic.
You would be excited about it.
But
I want to know if Burnt Toasties are into tarot. If you guys are into tarot, we can do a tarot episode.
I'm sure there's some people who are into it. It's like a helpful tool for like reflection. I think this book is really cool. It's organized in like a slightly different way than a lot of tarot books. And I also I kind of want to show you the art on some of these cards because I feel like they're really beautiful.
Ooh, that is beautiful. Ooh, I love the whale tail.
Yeah.
The cover is gorgeous, too. It has, like, poppies on it. I get the physical appeal of tarot, the aesthetic of tarot I definitely understand.
Yeah.
I just don't understand what is happening and how are cards telling you how to run your life.
You can take it or leave it,
Right. Because it feels like talking to, I don't want to say something super offensive to the tarot community. I have lumped it in with, like, going to a crystal ball type of person, but is that offensive stereotype?
Something I would also love.
I know you would totally do.
I don't know if that is an offensive stereotype, but I think it could be more like journaling or something.
Oh.
I don't know, just like a tool for like reflection.
This is like how I like yoga, except for the part where they make us just lie still and think and empty our minds. I can't meditate. I'm bad at these things.
Okay.
Maybe it's an area of growth for me.
Could be fun.
Yeah.
You like gardening. I feel like that's meditative.
That's true. Is doing tarot like getting your colors done? Because for some reason I equate those things.
I feel like no. Because I feel like getting your colors done is really like someone else telling you something. I kind of feel like we should do a tarot episode. See what Kim thinks.
Interesting. Yes, Kim, we're going to need your take. Pro or con tarot?
Okay, what's your better?
My better is the pants that I'm wearing right now.
Ooh.
Which, full disclosure, were gifted to me. And they were gifted to me by Albion Fit, which I consider a bad boyfriend brand.
Okay.
Which is what I call brands that only go up to XXL and don't carry enough of those sizes, but are pretending to be size inclusive. And I want everyone to know that they did gift them to me, but I sent them a stern message saying I would accept free pants, but I do not like their sizing policies.
And did they respond?
The person on ShopMy who handles that said, "Thank you so much for that feedback. I will pass that along." So I expect to have changed the world. Probably not. But I got to say, these pants are real comfortable. They're a drawstring.
Are you going to show me or?
Yeah, let me find the link. Hang on.
Or you could just stand up. Oh, they're cute. They're brown polka dot.
They are a brown polka dot, which is not a pattern I would normally have bought. Brown is not a color I go for. I just feel like I wouldn't normally have gone for them, but since they were free, I was like, oh, sure, let me try. They're very comfortable. They're very lightweight. They're like a drawstring wide leg pant, which I feel like I'm just very into this season, the drawstring wide leg.
Yes.
It's really a turning point for me, and they're so comfortable. I think the real better is like trying a pattern or color you wouldn't normally go to and then being like, ooh, that's fun.
That's cool. I love that.
And I actually felt very Corinne inspired. Like, I don't know if you would wear a polka dot pant, but something about them felt very Corinne coded to me. They did send me a swimsuit and it's not great. It doesn't fit well.
Oh.
And it's in their biggest size. And I just think that's annoying. So, bad boyfriend brand, but possibly good pants is what I have to say about it. And maybe try a print.
Yeah. We'll take good pants wherever we can get them.
Yeah. I mean, that's unfortunately what we are reduced to. But yeah, maybe try a fun print if you haven't. Could be exciting.
I love that.
Next up, we have Indulgence Gospel, our new bonus segment for paid subscribers. This is where we get a little more unfiltered. Today, we're going to talk about Lena Dunham's new memoir, Famesick, as well as our love for girls, the TV show, and the population, being a public fat person, life with chronic illness, and more. For your lists, you won't want to miss this. Click the link in your episode description or go to burnttoastpodcast.com to join us. Thank you so much for listening to Burnt Toast. Paid subscribers can join us in the comment section on Patreon. We would like to know if you've read Famesick, what your thoughts on it, and we definitely want to know all of your thoughts and feelings on shoes. Are they a diet? Have you been on the diet? How is it going getting off the diet, etc.? We would also love to know what you do while you listen to Burnt Toast. Wayward Therapy on Instagram posted a delightful picture, early morning walk listening to Burnt Toast, and they're walking their dog on the beach, and it looks beautiful, and I wanted to be there with them, so thank you for sharing that. We would love to know if you are driving, if you are cooking dinner, if you are hiding from your kids. Tell us, and we will share some of the fun ones here.
If you'd like to support the show, make sure you are following us in your podcast player. We're on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube now, as well as most any other podcast player. If you're already in Apple or Spotify, please leave us a rating or review. Just scroll down wherever you're listening, tap the stars, 5 of them please, and write a little note about why you love Burnt Toast. That really helps us grow and helps new listeners find conversations like these.
The Burnt Toast podcast is hosted by Virginia Soul-Smith and Corinne Fay. You can follow me on Instagram and Threads at Fee_Soul-Smith. You can follow Corinne on Instagram at SelfieFay and on Patreon at Big Undies.
This podcast is produced by Kim Baldwin. You can follow Kim at The Blonde Mule on all platforms and subscribe to her newsletter at theblondemule.com. The Burnt Toast logo is by Deanna Lowe. Our theme music is by Faraday.
Our video editor is Elizabeth Ayeku, who also runs the Me Little Me Foundation, a virtual food pantry supporting multiply marginalized folks recovering from eating disorders. Learn more and donate at melittlemefoundation.org. And Tommy Heron is our audio engineer. Thanks so much for listening and for supporting anti-diet, body liberation journalism.